Hey folks, how's it going? It's Gag-a-lag-a-lag, and I am sitting in my room. I've been thinking of doing this video for a little bit. I recently had someone mention that I should do this, and I was like, oh, I've actually been thinking about it for a while, but I'm not sure if it'll fully fit in with the other stuff we do on this channel. Because, as you know, folks, we do a variety of things on this channel. I have opened some card product, but sitting there talking about cards for half an hour or however long this is going to take is not something that's usually on the channel. But it's something I'd enjoy doing, and sometimes I like just making videos that I actually enjoy. So I am going to show you folks my favorite 25 hockey cards in my collection, and I do want to specify that it's actually the top 24 because I miscounted and I'm upstairs now, and if you think I'm walking all the way down the stairs and digging through boxes trying to figure out something, number 24 is already just an add-on. And then walking all the way back up these stairs and setting all this up, it's top 24 now. But you folks clicked, you thought it was 25. I got you. But anyways, folks, before I get started, I am going to do a little honorable mention here. The honorable mention before we start will be GA cards. So there's 7 of these that feature yours truly, custom-made cards that I've either gotten from events over the years, had made for me. So I have 3 of these ones here. This is from the NFL draft. It's a Gag-a-lag card. I'm showing off like my strength there. Down there it says I'm from Ram Ranch University and I'm 6'5", quarterback, as it says right there. Has stats on the back of these. I was a first rounder with 100% stats on here. Just strength that just cannot be matched. We got another one there. That's another Gag-a-lag 6'5" quarterback. That one, my stats are a little rougher. 74% on the strength test because I wasn't doing my, had you do the flexing. I wasn't doing it. I was just making faces and stuff. Then the last one for the NFL draft, this was only a few weeks ago in Pittsburgh. We got the Bluz, a waist 1 of 1, 7'2" quarterback. Down at the bottom it says King Master. Hopefully Bluz isn't watching this because I made this one specifically for him. So this will set on Bluz's shelf somewhere. This has the worst stats of all of them. I was a value pick in this one because I was just getting up close to the camera, and the lady running the camera really didn't want me doing that. She thought I just didn't know what the hell I was doing because I'm supposed to, stand further back for a picture. So she was, no, sir. No, sir, you don't understand. It wasn't like I was like going to break something. It was just that I'm a dumb American that doesn't understand the assignment that I just waited in line for an hour and a half. This was a custom-made card made by someone for me. This was hand-drawn. It's just such a nice-looking little card there. Just written on a upper deck decoy white card there. Pretty thick stock, as you can see, but I always thought that was really nice, so thank you to who made that for me. I won't name any names. This one we got 18-year-old GA at the 2016 NHL All-Star Game in Nashville. Boom. That's just pristine right there, isn't it? There's, not really any stats or anything on the back of there. Just open packs anytime, anywhere. Get a free pack every freaking day. Wow. That was when Upper Deck E-Pack had just come out. Now we have the only 1 of 1 GA rookie card that exists there. That's from 1997, Squirts Illustrated. There's your GA when he had just come out of the womb there. And that's a special card to me, of course. Found that in some of my mother's things several years back and said, better not show that. It's got actual street addresses there. But yeah, I took it for myself. The back here, I guess I can show that part. The back is getting a little messed up back there. Apparently I was 8 pounds 7 ounces 21 inches tall, born at 11:59 a.m., right in time for lunch on July 18, 97. So if you're trying to steal information from me, you don't have everything you need, but you got that. It says, this all-around winner is not just another face in the crowd. Obviously not. Earned all-star honors for prenatal kicking. Happy to be with the new team. Isn't that just the cutest thing ever? Freaking adorable. One more GA card here, and then we're going to get to the real list. We got from the 2024 National, we have an autographed GA slabbed PSA card here. As you can see, it's a Whatnot and PSA promo type thing. They had me stand there, and funny enough, this was the only time Gus stood during the entire National that year in Cleveland, because I had hurt my foot, so I was being pushed around in a wheelchair through there. But I was able to stand up enough to do the little finger guns and sign the card. But yeah, it's cool that it's actually slabbed in an authentic PSA case there. 5-time Ram Ranch All-Star. You can see me with my little VIP lanyard, having a good time. It was my first ever National, so that was a lot of fun. And now we're getting to the real list. Now, as I said, this one here, I really had to scrounge to find something for what I thought was number 25, and I found this one. For number 25, we've got Ear, a classic. What is that from? 2011-12, Between the Pipes. The He Shoots, He Scores promo. There's the official rules or whatever. You could collect these and redeem them. They're worthless today, but it was Christmas morning one year, folks, and your go on Christmas morning. Of course I like celebrating the birth of the Lord and all that, but also I like opening hockey cards. And this year I opened a good amount of hockey cards, and folks, I kid you not, Ear was the very best card I got from all of it, basically saying I didn't get anything because Ear is worthless. But I do like me a good Ear. As you can see, I've got 2 of my own, so I've kept this in pristine condition, top loaded it as a memory memento from that Christmas. Moving on to number 23. I'm not sure if you folks have seen this when this video you're watching now has come out, but I pulled this on camera, planning to upload it. It's my Macklin Celebrini Young Gun. Put it in a nice Panini Ultra Pro one touch there that I thought kind of went well together with the colors of the card. That was a promo item. I opened countless boxes of these and didn't think I'd get it. Then one day, some that I was sitting on that I wanted to hold and sell, I just went wild with and started opening them. And here's the clip here of when Guy got it. Here we go. Come on. All right, come on. Oh my goodness. Please let this be a short video. I forget exactly what his Young Guns look like, but do you see that logo? And I'm thinking from what I've seen, I think it's him. But there's other Sharks. I know I've already pulled a couple Sharks goalies. Come on, B71. That looks like a 7. Oh my goodness. Oh, Sarah. Oh my goodness. I did a lot to talk myself into doing this here today. And I'm glad that this is going to be the only box I'm opening. I can hold on to the rest of these, which was my plan. I'm not going to be dying in here every day to open up more. Oh yeah, that's all right. Look what we got. And thanks to Upper Deck, we got a dinged up corner there, but oh well, I don't care. So even though I'm mostly a Penguins fan, don't have really any ties to the Sharks, I don't mind the Sharks, but I don't know much about Celebrini. He's Canadian. I usually like collecting, USA players if I get to pick the nationality, because I'm from America. This one's still special to me because I pulled it on camera, and I didn't think I would get one. Will you freaking stop barking down there? My goodness, I hope you folks can't pick this up. It's the reason I didn't use my better mic over here, because it would be picking that up. But they're mowing out there, and that gets... Shut up! Gets her going. Next one here, number 22, I got my Buzz Schneider Miracle on Ice. He scored a goal during that game, I do believe. I think this card, yeah, this card is one of 24,000. Got that autograph through the mail. I sent it to him. He sent it back to me. I'm including this just as a... this card itself, it's special, but it's not like one of my craziest, you know, all-time type cards. But what's special to me is the Miracle on Ice, which is my favorite sporting event of all time, even though I wasn't there to witness it. I want to collect autograph cards from every single Miracle on Ice player. I have a good bit of autographs from them, but none of them are cards. You know, I've got photos and pucks and, you know, postcards. Ooh, someone's getting on my nerves down there. That's that. Good old Buzz Schneider. Alright, what are we at now? This is 21 now, I think we're coming to. I'm going to skim past this one quickly. We've got a Chris Chan autographed card, and this is one I was really digging the bottom of the barrel to pull out. I've actually got like 3 more of them. There's a total of 4 there, as you can see. And if you don't know anything about Chris Chan, I'm not fully caught up on all the lore there, but it's better you don't, and don't worry about looking into that fella too much. But it is a very, very rare autograph to get, and I can't even talk about how I got it. But I got several of them. I think I had another one, so 5 of them total. I sold one on eBay, and it went for a good bit. That was a couple years back. I just put it at auction, wanted to see how much it went for, but you never see his autographs for good reason. He's not a celebrity, and it was just special to me, you know, because of how difficult it is to get. Speaking of friggin' difficult to get here, hell, I don't want to show too much of my desk back here because it's a disaster because of all the stuff I've been doing making videos here. But I've got several of Grant McDonald, the person who sang and created Ram Ranch. Love my fans. Like I said, I've got several of those, and I'm one of the only people in the world, I have to think, that have a Grant McDonald autograph too. I just need a trading card signed by him, but I don't think he's signing in prison. So next up, I think we're at number 20. I should have put a little note here so I don't forget, but we have my Day with the Cup of Jake Guentzel. As you might see from what is probably the thumbnail, I have, surprisingly, another Day with the Cup at a golf course card to show you later on. But I like Jake Guentzel. He no longer plays with the Penguins. He's with Tampa. He played in Carolina a little bit. But this is a very hard card to get, folks. For those who don't know hockey, these are very, very rare pools. I did not pull it myself. I actually got like a great deal on it. I think it was like 50 bucks I got it for. Never see them go on sale. If there's a recent sale, I'll pop one up on the screen with this. I'm going to put the values of the cards here, even though I want to reiterate, this list here is not the most valuable cards I have. There's definitely some of these on this list that are some of the most valuable cards I have, but these are just ones that are special to me. So we might come across some things that people watch are like, well, how's that special? But I'll explain it. I'll go over the stories here. This one doesn't have a big story. I think I bought it from a fellow card collector who had her. I think it's actually a trade, maybe. I traded something for it. This is very special. I know a big Guentzel collector that begs me for this because it's one they don't have. And I like Guentzel too, though I have tons and tons of his cards and autographs and stuff, and I collect him a little less than some of my other ones you'll see on this list, but still a very special card. And my only other Guentzel card I have on this list, I'm putting it here at number 19, is the Jake Guentzel Cup RPA. I guess I'll show it on the main camera too here. It looks a little better from this angle, but yeah. This is like the biggest, most expensive rookie card you can get as a Cup RPA, rookie patch autograph. We got a nice patch right there. autograph, number 96 out of 249, so there's only 249 of these that exist. This is actually, I have 2 of these, and this is the better looking one, but the story behind this is I finally went and bought one of my own years ago, and then right after buying it, like literally a week later, I win one in a giveaway, and it just, I haven't sold the other one yet. This is the giveaway one, and the patch is better than the other one that I have, at least in my opinion. But it's just funny how I wanted one for a while, and then suddenly I buy one, and then I win one for free. So this is not the only free card in this video here, but that's definitely a card that I got for free. This next one I paid for. I think it's really pretty. I think I might have gotten this in Missouri. I don't know why it was there, but that is the, what is this, Heroes and Prospects. In the Game, Heroes and Prospects. This is a Mario Lemieux patch with a Sidney Crosby game-used jersey piece. I think that's with Rimouski. Let's see. Yeah, on the front is a piece of game-used Mario Lemieux Pittsburgh Penguins jersey and a piece of game-used Sidney Crosby 2003, you can see it here, folks, 2003 CHL Canada-Russia Challenge jersey. So that's like a pre-rookie Crosby jersey piece from a tournament he was in. I think he's pictured, yeah, he's pictured there with Rimouski, his junior team, but so I just think that's really cool. It's one of the only cards I've seen that has like game-used rookie stuff of Crosby with game-used Lemieux stuff. That's like a passing the torch type card there, so it's really cool. I've lost count. I'll pop it up on the screen here. We've got my Phil Kessel Future Watch auto patch here. This one is very limited numbered. It's out of 100. There will be a lot of Phil Kessels coming up now on this list. There's other players too, but this one is a difficult card to get. His Future Watch is one of the greatest rookie cards that any player has, and they only make 100 that have the patch version here. I have his regular Future Watch also, but boom, that's nice. I don't have any really emotional ties to that one there, but it's a nice card and means something to me. The next up is the only Phil Kessel autograph card that I have that is a 1-of-1. So this one, I forget the full story behind it, but it's from like probably the Montreal Expo. Is that even picking up there by his jersey? Yeah, let me get it on the light. It says Expo 11. So this is just a regular base card that they put that stamp on. He signed it, and then they added a authentic signature sticker there and a 1-of-1 label there on the back. But it's my only 1-of-1 autograph of Kessel. I have some other 1-of-1 Kessels, but that's the only one that's actually autographed, so I think it's kind of cool. This next one here, I know where we're at now. I put this as number 15 because it has some significance. I'm not sure if that's autographed there, but it's hard to see because it's a clear autograph. We'll pick up a little better here with the desk behind it, but that is a Scott Darling Rinkside Signings from Ice, pictured in his Blackhawks jersey. Now this card is not worth a lot of money, as you see popping up on the screen, but the story behind it is special to me, and a lot of hockey fans know the story behind Scott Darling. But Scott was playing. I think he was playing with like the University of Maine, and he got kicked off of the team as a young player because he was partying and drinking and got really addicted to the drugs and alcohol there. He went to, I think it was the Louisiana Ice Gators in the Southern Professional Hockey League, which is like the 4th tier of pro hockey. It's about as low as it gets if you don't look at the FPHL below it. But he went down to there. He had been a highly touted prospect. I mean, he was signed by he was drafted, I think, 6th round by the Phoenix Coyotes, another team I like. And he couldn't get his life together, was drinking, smoking, partying constantly, all that, and definitely became an addict, an alcoholic. And it was while he was with Louisiana, he just started just going off the rails, and he was ruining his career. And it was going bad very quickly. He's already playing for a fourth-tier professional league. And he started trying to go through rehab, and that's when he came to the Mississippi. This is a Memphis, but they were also Mississippi at one point. Mississippi River Kings, my hometown team. He was with my hometown team. He was great with them. I remember him, a great, nice guy. This is why he was going through rehab, and I only remember him being nice and friendly, but always loved players of my hometown team. And he got fully cleaned up and moved through the ranks. He played for several minor league, other steps above in the ECHL and AHL. And I'm currently living in Wheeling, and he played for the Wheeling Nailers. He's in their Hall of Fame and everything, which that's the team I'm a season ticket holder to now, go to every game. I'm with the booster club and, very involved with the team. And I got this guy here who played with my hometown team and now my new home, team. So it's just really cool there. Plus being drafted by the Coyotes. So Scott actually went all the way to the NHL. He's pictured here with the Chicago Blackhawks. He was their backup goalie, and I think they were going with Corey Crawford at the time. He got injured in, I think it was the first round, and Scott had to step in. It was against one of my favorite teams, the Nashville Predators, so it wasn't very fun for me watching, but I was still cheering for Scott. But I think one of those games, he had like 46 saves or something to win it for him in overtime. Just a friggin' crazy game. And the Blackhawks that year in 2015, that's why this is card number 15, they won the Cup, as some of you might know, the Stanley Cup. So not only is he the only player that ever played for the SPHL that ever went to the NHL, he's also the only player that ever won the Cup coming from the SPHL. So just one of the greatest hockey stories of all time and comeback stories. And it would be a cool card on its own. I'd like to collect more Scott Darling cards, but it would be cool to collect him on its own. But the fact that he played for my hometown team and now where I'm living now, he's definitely a player I collect. I think now he's like on the broadcast team or something like that with Chicago, which Chicago's his hometown, by the way. So it just adds to the cool story of, being at rock bottom and then going and winning a Stanley Cup for your hometown team. I know he's been on the show Shoresy, a spinoff of Letterkenny, which is one of the Shoresy's one of the most known hockey TV shows, other than that new one that's out of all time. So moving to number 14 there from Scott Darling. I know that was a long story, but it's very interesting. We have the Phil Kessel Cup RPA rookie patch autograph. That one's numbered number 80. His number's 81, so it's one off from being jersey numbered, which always bothers me. Number 80 of 99. So we got his patch. We got his autograph. I believe it's a game-used patch, but that's the most expensive type of rookie card for any player, and I have that for Phil Kessel. That is a nice card. I love that card. That's one of the first big cards I ever collected for Phil. And next up here at 13, I've got the, what's that, letter marks, I think? No, number marks. That's an 8. It's signed by Kessel. Of course, like I said, his number is 81, and the reason why this one's special to me is because I got this card for a pretty good deal many, many years ago, and I thought it was just the coolest card, game used number and stuff of my favorite player. And I looked for the number 1 for, I'd say, maybe 4 years, and then friggin' finally this effer pops up. So I have the 81. This one's numbered out of 25, both of these, but that doesn't mean there's a full 25 for each of the numbers on this specific one. But I have the full 81 there, which is really, really cool after so many years just staring at the 8 which funny enough, at the end of his career, he was just wearing number 8, so it still worked then, but I wanted the full dang 81, and I got the full dang frickin' stinking 81. Number 12 here, which is funny, I didn't even mean for this to be his number, but he is number 12. That is a Patrick Marleau base card that Upper Deck badly ruined. I pulled this in a pack myself. They cut this up so bad, it's supposed to be just a regular card, and they really messed this one up. And it was very funny to me. This card got me into collecting like misprint or damaged or just absolutely destroyed like this one cards. And I have sent this in to so many different grading companies, and they refuse to grade it. I want them to grade it a 0 or whatever they have to do. But I always get a letter back like, we can't grade this, blah, blah, blah. A lot of them have even said that they don't think it's an authentic card just because, oh, Upper Deck wouldn't do this to a card. But that one got caught in the machine or something. It's still got the 2024 National, their special top loader, because I tried to grade it there with one of the random grading services there, and they said nope. And this next card here, folks, this might actually be number 1 to me. It's number 11 on this list because it's a pretty cheap card, and I didn't want to put that as number 1 as the big thing to be waiting for. But as far as sentimental, this one right here, the Beehive rookie card of Jordan Stahl autographed, is one of the most special cards to me. I opened this from this is 2006-07, his rookie year. I opened this from a pack of hockey cards around that year, a couple years after, I think it was, from a Dollar Tree pack. They had them in Dollar Tree in rural Mississippi for some reason. And I was just getting into hockey. Let's see, I would have been 14, 13, something like that. 12, maybe? I don't know. No, I don't know what kind of math I'm doing here. I would have been like 12. I pulled this from there, and he was a big player for the Penguins at the time. He since went and made his career with Carolina. But this was like the coolest thing ever. It's like, oh, I got a rookie, you know, not knowing that this card's like $1 or whatever. But it made me always love Beehive, and that, you know, the type of card Beehive made by Upper Deck. And this got me more into wanting to collect cards just on how cool it was. What's funny is from the same packs I was opening, I also pulled a Young Gun Phil Kessel, the checklist version. But at that time, I think he was still with Boston or Toronto, so I didn't know him as a Penguin or even know really who he was, so it wasn't that special to me. But now that one's kind of special to me now that I look back at it and I know what it is. But this card here got me into collecting, and years later I saw that people were having success with Jordan signing cards through the mail. And if you send cards through the mail to get signed, they're never guaranteed to return. But I was looking at a list there of all the different returns people were getting for Jordan, and he was sending every single one of them back. They had a great address, recent, you know, successes of him getting it back. So I said, you know what, I don't want to really risk this card, but it would be so cool to get it autographed. So I'm going to go ahead and just go wild here and risk it and send it to him. Now, folks, sometimes it can take a long time for you to get a card back, but usually if you don't get it back within several months, it's gone. And that's what happened to me. And I was feeling very disappointed and frustrated with myself that I sent this out. It took over a year, but it showed up in the mail there with the autograph on it, and I was more happy just to still have the card than the autograph itself. But it makes the story a little more special there because I thought I lost it for a long time, but I did not. Number 10, this is another player I collect a lot of, Marc-Andre Flurry. That is his Young Guns. That's a PSA 8, which is about what I can afford for buying a Flurry Young Guns. Took me a long time to get this one. Didn't think I'd get it. Just saw an amazing deal on it and had to grab it up a couple years back. Doesn't hold crazy sentimental value, but it's definitely one of my favorites that I love Flurry. This next one here, where we number 9, that's the Pac-Man World phone card, graded 10 by PSA. So this game came out, I think, in 2000 for the PS1. I love the Pac-Man World games, grew up with them. To that shiny, beautiful card. So it's an actual phone card from Japan, got a lot of Japanese writing on it. And the significance behind this, I think I paid like $50 for this, just the raw version of it. But I graded it myself, paying $50 for an old Pac-Man phone card. That just sounds degenerate now that I'm saying it out loud. There's not many of them out there, though, and I love Pac-Man World, and it's like the only Pac-Man World card I think there is. But the other significance behind this is that it was the first ever card that I submitted to PSA myself that got a 10 gem mint. That's the highest grade it can go. And as you can see, they put it as a 2000 Famitsu phone card, Pac-Man World Rare and Premium Millennium CP. Whatever. But that's a special one to me. I love that one. And now we're going to number 8 here. You folks watched me open a box of Breaking Bad, and I pulled Walter White Authentic Wardrobe, which is like the best one you can get. So this one's on here for that sentimental type feeling. That was one of my favorite cards I've pulled on my own, just because I love Breaking Bad, and that's the best one to get. And those boxes now are, I think they might be nearing $1,000 a piece for a box. I'm not going to be able to open many, but that was a Christmas morning pull. Good old Sarah got it for me as a Christmas gift. I think she paid several $100s for the box, which is crazy because I didn't think I'd be opening any more of that. We want something big. I got lucky with Gus last time, but there's a lot of duds in here, but even the duds are worth money. Like, you know, you get Jesse's rehab counselor, support group talker or whatever, and it still goes for like $50, you know. Jesse's parents and whatnot. Oh, this is... I think I saw the name, Sarah. And if I saw the name, this beats Gus.
Oh, my.
Please be the one I thought it was. Ooh, Sarah!
Oh, my.
Oh, my goodness. I really hope it is a piece of, you know, like his little checkered, you know, something that looks different. I'll be good with yellow, but it looks like he's wearing his green in this picture. Oh, here we go. Oh, I'm good with that. We got a Walter White wardrobe piece. I'm going to do it, folks.
Oh.
Oh.
That is beautiful right there.
It's one of my prized cards now. And this isn't part of the list, but while I'm on the Breaking Bad stuff, I figured I'd show a couple other cards. There's my Gus authentic suit piece or whatever. Wardrobe. I pulled that one myself for my first ever box I ever opened of Breaking Bad, so that one's sentimental. And this one is a signed by someone, got it signed in person by Gus. It's an autographed Giancarlo Esposito Gus card. On the back it has a little JSA certification there, but very cool little card there. I have the paper for it, that it's certified with the number on it and everything, showing that it passed inspection. It's a legitimate autograph, and I've always thought that one was kind of cool. I know we're getting down to it now, but I think I've lost track again of what number we're on. But what number? 6? I think this is number 6. We have my Mario Lemieux O-Pee-Chee. It's graded a 6. That's his rookie card from 84-85. That's a very valuable card, especially if you get it in a higher grade. But the funny story with this one, I never thought I'd have one of these, is I got this card for 100% free. And I don't know if I need to go too much in specifics on that one, but basically this one was being auctioned off by an auction company. I won't say the name of the auction company. They were doing some kind of promo where if you signed up for their auction, you could get a $100 free credit, no purchase required. So I said, okay, and I signed up for it, and I found a card that no one cared for. that was like $50, and I bought that, and then with the auction fees and shipping and everything, it came out to about $100, so I didn't spend anything for that one, had it shipped to me totally free. But they lost it in shipping and couldn't find it. And I wasn't super concerned because it was a card that I think was only worth like 20. That's why I got it for 50. And, you know, I didn't pay anything for it, but no one was actually going to bid $50 on a $20 card, so I wasn't really concerned about it. But it had been like a month, so I reached out to them and said, hey, I think this might have gotten lost, you know, the tracking isn't updating, blah, 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 for that cheap card. And they gave me a $500 credit to make up for it, which blew my mind because it's a cheap card, but I guess they're a pretty rich service and they think I'm some big spender. So with that, I got this card here at auction, and then wouldn't you know it, like a week later, that cheap card shows up after a month and a half, almost 2 months being in the void. It shows up on my doorstep along with this one right here. So that's how I got Lemieux 100% free. Next up here, number 5, I believe, we've got Marc-Andre Flurry. That's inked sweaters, so it's got a piece of his jersey and an autograph. Sadly, that autograph there is fading. As you can see, folks, I still have friggin' pink dust everywhere. See, that's not regular dust, that's a bunch of pink from the live stream we did where powder cannon exploded in this room. I'm never going to get all the pink up. We're going to celebrate here for Calvin. Woo! Ow! Are you okay, Sarah?
I think so.
What the hell? I'm thinking this was gender reveal. But this card is special to me because I had seen that there was a group of people who collect trading cards on Twitter several years back. So even though I didn't care anything for Twitter or social media, I downloaded it because I was like, hey, I can meet people who collect cards and make trades and sell cards on there. And it ended up being a good decision, especially for this reason. But met a lot of nice people on there, and one person, I barely even knew him, but he saw that I collected Flurry, and he just said, hey, I saw something you might want, and I mailed it to you. And he friggin' sends this card here, numbered out of 50, 46 of 50 there, only 50 of them in the world. That's a fairly expensive card, and some stranger I barely even know sends it for free, so that one's special to me because of that. You know, I have maybe a dozen Flurry autographs. Most of them are cards. I think I have a puck, a picture. I have a cereal box autographed by him, some Flurry flakes. But this one's has to be the second most special to me because of that reason, that it was a gift. The most special one to me, at what I believe is number 4, is one I got signed in person by the man himself. This was signed the day before his final game he played with the Penguins in the preseason earlier this year, September 2025, so not earlier this year, but this season. I met him outside Penguins practice. I got this and another card, and Sarah got like a puck signed by him. I think I got a picture with him. But that's his rookie card from 2003, O-Pee-Chee rookie. I had this card just sitting around, and I said, let me take that in case I meet him, and lo and behold, I did, and I have a signed Flurry rookie card, which is really cool to me. And funny for my next card here, which I think this one's actually number 4. Now, that last one was number 5, so I've been off a little here. We have the new Penguin, hopefully for the future after Flurry, Sergey Murashov. This is his Wheeling Nailers card. As you can see there, it is signed. So we got another story here with Sergey Murashov. He played for the team I'm around now, like I said, the Wheeling Nailers. As I mentioned, I'm in the Nailers Booster Club, so I get access to players. I pick them up from the airport, clean their apartments, you know, things like that, help with random things. And when I heard he was coming, Sergey, I knew he was signed by the Penguins. I didn't know a lot about him, but I was looking at his stats and like some replays of his games in Russia and was like, I think this guy is going to be very, very good. and barely knew anything about him, but he's the only Nailers player that I did this for, because I just had a funny feeling about him. I went to the preseason party they had, like meet the team or whatever. It was the first time the players had just arrived. This was a couple years ago, so he's 18 or whatever and barely even speaks English, probably hasn't signed an autograph. And I had him sign a Penguins puck that I still have. And when I did that, I got to see how friendly and special of a player he was. Just how, a lot of hockey players are very nice, but this guy is just like one of the warmest hearts and nicest dudes you'll ever meet. And I think I instantly became a fan of him then, even if he didn't pan out to anything. But then he won, I think he was Rookie of the Year for goalies. He was Goalie of the Month. He's All-Star. Was wonderful with Wheeling. He's currently in the playoffs with Wilkes-Barre, their Penguins farm team in the AHL, taking them on a playoff run right now. He's not with the Nailers anymore, but he's just a really, really friendly dude, and I got to talk with him a few times, and always very friendly. At the team's Christmas party that the Booster Club puts on, we play a game after dinner's over called Left, Right, Center. I'm not going to explain the rules of the game. Some of you probably know the game, some of you probably don't, because I'd never heard of it till I moved up here, so I think it's a regional thing. But you can win a lot of money, and it started out with, 50 players, personnel, Booster Club members, and it came down to Sarah and Sergey. And Sergey won the money, which was, a couple $100. And, he has money and everything already, I'm sure, being signed to the Penguins, but I still think this was very nice of him. He had heard that Sarah's parents had a house fire recently, and he gave all the money to her to give to her parents for the house fire, and was real sweet and nice about it. And about a year or so later after that, of course, we're big fans of him at this point, have his jersey and everything. I said, you know what, I have these Sergey cards, I never got one signed. So I sent one to him in Wilkes-Barre, and I don't think he signed many cards at that point either, because he signed it with an ink pen, as you can see. But he also sent a personalized note with it here. See, I haven't read this in a bit. But he sent a little note, which is very friendly. Hello, Gabe. Thank you for your card and support. Yeah, some pretty good handwriting, huh? I hope everything's well for you. As you asked me to sign your card, I'd like to ask you one thing, too. Be kind to people around you. It's not hard, but this is how you change the world for the best, so let's do it together. All the best and carpe diem, Sergey. So, included a special little sweet note, and, he just seems like he wants to make the world a better place and has a good attitude about everything for being so young and everything. I think he's only like 20 now, and he's about to be the goalie for the Penguins next year and hopefully the goalie for the future. So I hope Sergey does well. One of the nicest players I've ever met. So I know I've spent a little while on that, and we'll go to the next one, but I gotta delete a little footage here because this has gone longer than I thought it would. Number 3, here's another card I got totally free. It is the Sidney Crosby, it's my only Sidney Crosby autographed card, Glacial Graphs. That's a 09-10 Upper Deck Ice card there. I put a little piece of paper behind it just to make the autograph pop off a little because it's clear in the background. I think that makes it look really good. Nice looking blue autograph on a blue card. So like I said, I got this one pretty much free also. This was only like a year ago. I went to a sports card show, and I won a door prize, which their prizes that they had for it weren't that great for the sports section. I'm trying to remember exactly how this story went, because I didn't know, my memory was so foggy on it. But I said to him, hey, instead of the sports stuff, I'm a Pokemon fan, because I saw they had Pokemon prizes, and I like sports more, but I noticed they had like an Elite Trainer box of the new release for Pokemon over there, and some other something with it that was included with it. So I said, yeah, I'd love that one for the prize. So they gave me that one because I was a Pokemon fan. I went and used the money for that to sell it to someone who gave me cash plus another card that I had noticed earlier. They had one of those, it's down there, the Lemieux rookie cards. They had one of those ungraded. It was the Topps version, which is worth a little less, but in pretty good condition. And I'd already looked at it earlier, and they had it for like $20 or something, which is an insane price for a card that's worth a couple $100, especially in the condition it's in. So I used some of the cash that I got from the Elite. Well, no, I didn't use the cash because I traded. I got that card plus some cash, and then I took the Lemieux and traded to someone else for cash. Anyway, long story short, I took a giveaway win of what was going to be like a $15 to $20 sports blaster box into a couple $100 worth of Pokemon, into several $100 cash, and into me giving someone several $100 cash for finally having a Sidney Crosby autograph card. I have a couple Crosby autographs. I've met him in person. I've after practice, I've sat in his locker room seat. But the only things I had autographed was a puck and a jersey, which that's more than enough for me. But I wanted my own Crosby autograph card to put in my little display on a shelf. He's a very hard autograph, or expensive autograph to get. He signs a lot. He's a good fella. But now I finally have one, and that one's special to me, especially because of the story. Another Penguins legend that I got for free. His next one here, number 2. This is the Phil Kessel Young Guns. The Young Gun is the top rookie to chase, but there's something special about this, folks. It is the exclusives version of his Young Guns, which, as you can see on the back here, number 9 of 100. There's only 100 of these made, so out of his biggest type of rookie, most collectible rookie that he has. Young Guns aren't more expensive than like the Cup RPAs or other stuff I showed, but they're the most collectible. They're the true rookie card of players. This one is the version of it that only 100 exist, of one of the biggest players, someone who I think will be in the Hall of Fame. He hasn't officially retired, even though he's pretty much retired, but I think after he finally announces it, I do think he'll go to the Hall of Fame. And that's just incredibly special there that it's out of 100. But wait, there's more, because I wouldn't be putting this one here at number 2 if there wasn't more. This one's cool, but this is one of my favorite cards I own here. This is the Phil Kessel High Gloss Young Gun, number 9 of 10. There's only 10 of these in the world. This is the lowest it goes. These days they make 1 of 1 gold Young Guns, but back then this is the best card of Phil Kessel, rookie card wise, that I could ever get. And I still don't believe that I can't believe that I have this. There has not been one of these cards sold in almost 10 years. I think it was 2016, at least the last one I can find through archives of these cards that have ever been sold. This popped up from someone on Twitter. The one I mentioned, I had downloaded that and was meeting some people that collected cards, making trades, making sales. And this card here appeared on Twitter, and it was more expensive than I had at the time. I paid less than what I value it's worth, but I still paid $800 for it. And I was at a point, this was a few years ago, where I definitely could not afford $800. But there was an incredibly nice person on there that purchased the card for me. He struck me as very rich and helpful and nice. He purchased this card for me and held it for a few months while I could get the money back to him. He also let me trade him some cards to make the money less. And the money that I made to acquire this was from selling other cards in my collections to people on there, so I didn't actually end up paying any cash for this, but I think I did pay the equivalent of $850, I think it was, for this. we had no way to value what it's actually worth, and I think I got a good deal on that based on the scarcity of it alone and being such a recognizable and big player. Now, coming up at number 1 is a card that I never thought that I would own. You already saw it in the thumbnail, but this is Phil Kessel's biggest card, and I did not think I'd get it. I came across an amazing deal on it a couple years ago. At the time, I think this card was worth $400 or something, and I got it for like $200. It's Phil Kessel's Day with the Cup, an iconic card, eating hot dogs out of the cup after a win in 2017. It's just an incredible card to own. I believe the last sale of this went right under $1,100. So it's definitely gone up from the $400 it was a couple years ago. It seems like this one just keeps rising in price because every effer like me that gets his grubby hands on one is not selling it. And so they're getting more rare. It was already an extremely rare card. That one is very special to me. Top of all time. I meant to do this earlier, but just to close this out, was a couple more honorable mentions here. It's some Phil Kessel custom cards that people made for me just to be nice. We've got the... Let me see if you can get that way. It's got a hot dog in the back. Him as a rookie. Him lifting the cup with Vegas. The other side, he's lifting it with the Penguins. There's no hot dog on that one, though, so I display it this way here with the hot dog in the background. This is a card someone made for me. It's a Cup RPA, but that's the one-of-one version of... where'd it go? Well, y'all saw it a second ago, the Cup RPA that I showed. This is the one-of-one version someone created for me. It's got his very, of course, authentic autograph there. Shows him with Boston. There's a hot dog he's holding in his hand. It's got the patch and everything. Phil Kessel at the bottom. Then I'm sorry to say, because I know who made this, but I'm sorry to say to you, this one's a little worse of we got Phil the Thrill. It says there's a hot dog there. It's a one-of-one. He's got a canoe paddle there for a hockey stick, and it's signed there by Phil. Incredible card, custom artwork. And then this one isn't one that someone made for me, but this is a very rare card that I figured I'd include with it. It's his Fanimation insert, which is a very rare insert that's drawn onto the card of Phil with his mouth open awaiting a hot dog. That's why he was playing with Arizona. Very cool card. I've never seen another one of them. I know they're out there. They definitely exist. They make more than one of these, but this is the only one I've ever seen for sale, and I got it. So thank you folks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. The three of you that watched this far. It's insane. Maybe two of you did. I don't know, but it means a lot if you did, because this is a little different than the regular arcade or lottery ticket content or whatever arcade stuff. This is God just talking about his cards, and I appreciate you folks watching and seeing all the special cards here. And I'll see you next time, folks. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time here in my room talking about random gibberish. Bye, folks.